What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday, and welcome to the At That Buzzer Sports Show with your host, King Will.
Yes, and it's your girl Jess, and we are here on this
Absolutely, absolutely. So we had the hurricane came through Georgia and Florida. Prayers to everyone that is still going through the power. Yeah, that was a pretty bad hurricane. So we didn't have a couple of shows, but we are back. So today we're going to do a little contenders pretenders today to talk about who we think is contending pretending in the NFL. And then we're going to dabble into the Karl Anthony Towns trade. But we're going to get started off, Jess, with our quote.
Yep, our scripture of the day is Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Basically, it's self-explanatory. Be pure in heart, have pure love in your heart, and you will see God one day when He comes to come. So that's nice and simple today. So
Absolutely.
that's on that. And then next up, I believe we're talking about the contenders. So we'll start with you.
Yeah, so we got contenders and pretenders. So it looks like in the NFL, it seems like everybody's starting to figure who they are. We're going to figure out who might be the Super Bowl contenders and pretenders. We got injuries and stuff like that. But we're going to talk about a couple of teams that were a little bit surprising of what they have been doing so far. So first, we're going to start off with today's game, who starting off with the Atlanta Falcons. Jess, what you think? Are they contenders or pretenders so far?
Um, did we have this before? Did we talk about this before?
We talked about it before, and I would still expect them to be pretenders. Somehow they're still winning.
Then
See,
it's been 3 weeks. Aren't they like 2-2?
yeah. So,
I mean, you act like they won. They act like they went on a huge winning streak, but um,
but
I
was
believe
it
that.
the reason I say that is because with Tampa Bay and New Orleans, I mean, this looks like this is going to be a tough division.
Mhm.
And Kirk Cousins, I mean, it seems to be the experiment has been working. It hasn't been perfect, but Kirk
Right.
Cousins has been Kirk Cousins in winning games. And so, but what you think? You think they can make some noise though? Make the
Yeah,
playoffs?
I do think it makes some noise. Make a few tweaks here and there. Obviously, I mean, I'm not even a Falcons fan, and my husband is, and
Mm-hmm.
they had me on the edge of my seat. And I'm over here like, Kirk Cousins,
Mm-hmm.
please don't go, please do not throw an interception in this last drive. And he didn't, but there was a few close calls.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he made it through. The Saints are I will say the Saints are a legit team, better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek Carr looks like he's out to prove something. That's how he's playing. But as far as the Falcons is concerned, as of right now, I'm still going to say I forgot what I said before. I feel like I said pretenders. I'm gonna say still pretenders because I'm not sure I'm. It's almost like it depends on who they play. I don't know what Kirk Cousins is going to bring, which one. I don't know if it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be. I know I usually, you always say he trash, and I always stick up for him. But at the end of the day, I really don't know which Kirk Cousins I'm going to get. So, as of right now, I'm going to protect my peace, and I'm going to say pretenders just in case they really are pretenders. And if they are contenders, I will just say I was wrong, and I feel better about that. But I don't want to be disappointed. So I'm gonna say pretenders, but I will say this: they should be like 3-1 or 3-2 because that Chiefs
Mm-hmm.
game they definitely should have won that Chiefs
Should have
game.
won that. They should
Um,
honestly be 3-1. They should be
yeah,
3-1.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that game, I know that game for sure they should have won, because that was definitely a pass interference call. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, as of right now, I'm gonna say pretenders just to save my piece for later, and hopefully they are contenders. So.
Um, it's so tough to gauge the Atlanta Falcons because, like I said, honestly, they should be 3-1.
Mhm.
They look like they beat Kansas City. Honestly,
Yeah.
a couple of questionable calls here, and then they 3-1. Tampa Bay's 3-1. This is going to be like the benchmark of who's probably going to run the NFC South because Atlanta just beat New Orleans. If they beat Tampa Bay, they're going to kind of show that they're the Kings because they're going to have a couple of division wins over them. Kirk Cousins has not been perfect. If you
Right.
got to think, the Atlanta Falcons beat the Saints without scoring a touchdown, if I remember right. I think all their points was off field goals off of Cool. Seems like they have maybe the second best kicker behind Brandon Aubrey, who plays for Cowboys, who seems to be the best kicker.
That's debatable though. Cool. I never seen him. I think they said he only missed 2 in his career.
I mean, he's definitely the most consistent one right now. But the kicker from Dallas is kind of ridiculous, kicking 65-yard field goals.
And the one that no one likes, from the Chiefs, he's pretty good too.
We ain't giving that man no credit.
I mean, he's pretty good.
We ain't giving that man no credit.
But he's good. We can't take that away. I know how to separate.
I know. I'm just being funny. But we ain't gonna give that man no credit. But I'll say Kirk Cousins right now, 64% completion rate. He's got 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I mean, he's Kirk Cousins. You know, I told y'all.
Regular season is going to be his. I mean, that's what he does in the regular season.
He's going to somehow win you some games. He's going to somehow pull it off. And he's going to go in the playoffs. And he's going to show you he's Kirk Cousins. He's still, he's clearly done lost whatever athleticism he had left. He's basically a stone back there. He can't move, but he can still throw the ball.
I heard he's still injured.
I'm pretty sure he's still injured because he tore his Achilles like in weeks. See, like the difference between him and Rodgers hurt himself within the 15 seconds of week 1.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins hurt himself like in week 6, week 7 last week, and he tore his Achilles.
That makes a difference.
That does make a difference. They got a nice little doubleheader of Bijan and Algier, excuse me.
Yep,
the other running back.
They have a good running backs.
they got good running back duo. Kyle Pitts is gonna probably be the most frustrating player that anybody with all the athleticism still can't seem to figure it out. But he got a couple of passes. He got a couple of passes, but
he don't throw to him that much though.
But that's the question. I mean, Matt Ryan wasn't throwing him the ball. Desmond Ridder wasn't throwing the ball. Now it's the new core Kirk Cousins not throwing the ball. It's starting to be the common denominator seems to be Kyle Pitts, and it seems like there's a reason why they're not throwing him the ball. I don't know. It's a mysterious how you can be that athletic.
Trade him to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes need help.
I
mean, he smelled. So.
And what you gonna bench Travis Kelce and make the Swifties mad? Like what you gonna do?
No, you're just gonna do a 2. Look at me trying to sound like a coach. You could just do a little two tight end every now and again, and boom. And he's built like a wide receiver, so technically he could try and play wide receiver for a little.
He is, but I'll say this: Darnell Mooney has been a surprise for the Falcons, and he has been. He's been doing real good. Been a good deep threat for the Falcons. I mean, in this division, this game today with them playing Tampa Bay is going to be curious. I got them beating Tampa Bay. I'm waiting for the Baker Mayfield pumpkin to burst. You know me.
I think we might need to just give him some. I know it's early still, but we might need to give him some props. Baker's been doing his thing. I mean,
He's been doing his thing, but the teams he's been playing is not giving me the 1985 Chicago Bears. Like, I mean,
no, but he's still been doing what he's supposed to do. So, I mean,
he's earning his money. He's earning his money so far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing bad to say, Baker. In fact, we got to look at that 2018 draft class. Baker's doing good. Josh Allen's doing good. Lamar's doing good. The only one, Sam Darnold's doing good. Sam Darnold's out here balling.
MVP.
Hey, so far. And then the only one that ain't did good in the draft is Josh Rosen, which, hey, I don't know. He got a bunch of money anyway. He got bukus of money. He was smart. He was fine. Like, he didn't need to play in the NFL. Like, you already got money. Go do something else.
I'm like, Ben said he was done a few years ago.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
But okay.
So we're going both. So you're going to pretend. I'm going to contend with the Atlanta Falcons. I think they're going to make it to playoffs.
Look,
let me tell you something. They're going to go through the Kirk. They're going to go through the Kirk Cousins cycle. Kirk Cousins is going to do good enough. Going to have the Falcons thinking, yes, we got a chance. And that first playoff game, he's going to throw about 3 interceptions, and we're going to be like, I told y'all how Kirk Cousins was.
The Falcons defense is pretty good though. He's never played with a defense like that. I'm not saying he won't throw interceptions, but what I'm saying is that this is the best defense I think he's had. I think the Vikings probably had a decent defense, but it wasn't like this. So I'm gonna say, I mean, this is his best overall team, including I'm talking about including defense. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, but he is older and he is off an Achilles injury. So we'll just see.
I have to disagree with you on the defense now. I have to look up because Minnesota has Harrison Smith.
I'm talking about an overall defense, though. The Falcons.
The Vikings has had a decent defense, man. Kirk Cousins come show. No, quit giving Kirk Cousins excuses, man. Vikings had a good defense. Harrison Smith is at safety is a borderline. He's not gonna make a Hall of Famer. He's a borderline Hall of Famer. You don't get over with borderline. Linebacker.
You don't get over with borderline.
Stop giving Kirk Cousins excuses.
Well, it's a fact though. You don't get over on borderline.
Stop.
You just don't want to give him his props, but his facts.
Stop giving. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Talking about what's going on with Patrick Mahomes, guys.
yeah, technical difficulties. But next on Contenders and Pretenders is somebody else from that 2018 draft that we were just talking about, Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings. What you think about them? They're 3-1. They against Arizona. It was interesting. They was up 28-0. Then they almost blew it.
You don't have to say it's good.
Sam Darnold started being Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold started being Sam Darnold.
You don't have to go in. They're pretenders. I'm not about to be out here wasting my time. Like they're pretenders. Now if he could prove me wrong, but I'm not out here going to be looking stupid. And forgive me to my kids because they don't like when I say that word. But they is giving pretenders. I don't want to be looking crazy. Excuse me. Later on, so I'm gonna say pretenders because I mean Justin Jefferson. Listen, he's still doing his thing. Sam Darnold, maybe
best player in the NFL. Justin Jefferson, best player in the NFL.
Maybe he just needed I'm talking about Sam Darnold now. Maybe Sam Darnold just needed someone that can like catch the ball because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he really played with. Not on this. Please do not say he played with someone.
Carolina. He had DJ Moore at Carolina, and he had Christian McCaffrey.
Justin. Oh, okay, Christian. Okay, I'm talking about throwing the ball like 50, 60 yards. That's more.
I mean, Justin Jefferson is starting to be a once in a generation wide receiver, so there ain't too many Justin Jeffersons around here.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what Sam Darnold needed. He's looking good. I'm gonna give him his props. But I said pretenders now. Don't get it twisted. I'll
say this. They are contenders because they are definitely the best team in their division. O'Connell is doing great with this offense. It's kind of, I do post certain videos on my Instagram that shows the offense that he's running. The way he's doing motion and doing a lot of movement, and somehow he's getting Justin Jefferson open. Yes, he's helping Sam Darnold a lot. Sam Darnold got a big arm. His arm is definitely stronger than Kirk Cousins. And we're seeing now that that's extending Jefferson even more.
That's
to
what
the
they
potential
expected.
deep threat that he is.
But that's what we've been saying about Sam. I mean, let's be real. So we all know Sam Darnold could throw the ball. We seen that talent. He just never went together because it was always being thrown into interceptions. But he really had. I mean, he could throw the ball. That wasn't. I could tell he could throw the ball. We saw that even in his sucky seasons. He knows how to throw. So that's not a shock. It's everything else with Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah, he definitely had he takes a lot of sacks and he will throw that ball to the other team.
Right, that's what I mean.
And he was showing some of that against Arizona, that little panicky in him a little bit, throwing it to the other team. They seem able to figure it out. I don't know. He better not make me mad this week because I've had Sam Darnold. I picked up Sam Darnold on my fantasy squad. I decided not to start him because I had Joe Burrow on one of my team and Kyler Murray in the other. And all the times I've kept Sam Darnold on the bench, he's done like great, and I kind of needed them points. So I'm starting him. He better not let me down this week. That's all I know. So we both going. I'm gonna go with contenders and you went with pretenders.
Yep. I
So
went
that's what we're gonna
Pretenders
go to.
2-0. Yep.
All right, next we're gonna talk about is the Washington Commanders with their rookie quarterback who's looking better than Caleb Williams, but hey, that's a discussion for something later.
I mean, that's
But
what I
has been
said.
looking real
I said he
well.
would look better. I said he was going to
So,
look better than Caleb Williams. But
so with him at QB, all they contenders are pretenders. They lead the division. They're winning their division right now.
I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna just take the easy route. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Pretenders. I'm still gonna say Pretenders, but I do think he's gonna win Rookie of the. I think he's gonna win. What was it, Rookie or Offensive Rookie or something?
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think he will win it. I think he's found his groove. He also has I didn't know they had a pretty. They look like they have a pretty good offensive line too. Which is what we thought the Chicago Bears had, but it just hasn't been working out for Caleb. He has more weapons too, which is what is shocking. He has more weapons to throw to, but Jalen has been looking pretty darn good, as if he's been playing in the NFL for a couple years. He looks very poised. Maybe because he's playing with no pressure either. Everyone expected Caleb to have a really amazing start. And he's kind of been, you see the talent, but he's up and down. However, with Jalen, you see he's playing a little bit more on the free side. So that's what I mean by that. But I think overall team, they're pretenders. I don't think they're going to keep it up. However, I wouldn't be shocked if they make it into the playoffs, but as like a wild card. I'm just saying, I don't think that. I think they'll be like third.
So you don't think they'll keep this division? You think either the Cowboys or Eagles eventually catch?
Sure, I really do. I personally do. I think deep down you do too. I mean, it is pretty early. I don't know about I know the Eagles is a different conversation. And even the Cowboys at times, because they look kind of sus. And I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think they're going to keep it up. Usually teams that start off like this usually get it caught up to them. So I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. I was going to go with contenders. Till I listened to a couple of sports shows and I researched this too. And it does seem like Cliff starts off hot and then dramatically drops off. He does have Cliff Kingsbury, the former Arizona coach, as his offensive coordinator. Seems to put him in good scenarios to get the passes off. But it is a fact that it does show that Cliff's teams seems to start off hot offensively and then seems to drop off. There is no explanation to it. So I will say that's something to keep an eye on. Jaden is an older quarterback. He played, I believe, 5 years. He came into the league at about 22, 23. He's very poised. I mean, the only thing we had to complain about Daniels was he was just small. We never complained. We never said anything about his talent. We knew he had the arm. He could run. He's definitely, to me, he's what we were hoping Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick would turn into, runners that can throw the ball. Jaden is a better pure thrower than Lamar and Mike Vick has ever been. Now, Mike and Vick. Lamar, he's a better thrower than Mike Vick. He's a better thrower than Mike Vick. Of a pure passer to throw, he has one of the best deep ball throws in the NFL already. He is a beautiful deep ball thrower.
It looks good. Mike Vick he sits throw, though.
Mike Vick, what? No. I get what you're saying. Mike Vick, arm, yes. The flick of the wrist, he can throw it farther, throw it harder. But what I mean as a pure passer, sitting here reading coverage, throwing dimes, throwing dots. Oh, give me Jaden.
I mean,
he's above them. So his only thing was not taking crazy hits and not getting hurt. He seems to kind of figure it out. I see maybe Steve Young type. He's very good with He's very good. He's very good with his accuracy, on point, and uses athleticism when it's time. I definitely think he's going to win Rookie of the Year, and we're going to talk about Caleb and see if we can try to figure out what's kind of going on. I do think the offensive line and the play calling is the issue. I think play calling is a bigger issue because Chicago's sitting there with a lame duck coach anyway, because they're probably going to get rid of him after this year is over with. So, but I think the Eagles, I think, are spiraling with A.J. Brown injury, Devontae Smith concussion injury, Dallas Goedert injury, offensive line, Kelsey not being here. I think the Eagles might not make the playoffs. This might be one of the years where it's going to be a dramatic year, and Nick is going to be fired soon. Dallas.
Lord.
Dallas, the thing with Dallas playing Washington can run the ball. Brian Robinson is a good threat at running the ball, and the one thing Dallas cannot do is stop the run. So I believe I can definitely see. I still want to see if Cliff, if that trend of him starting off hot and then falling off by week 8 is still a trend. But if it's not, I can see Washington winning this division. This could be like a CJ Stroud, Houston Texans type run.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's given that, but this division, with the injuries you just said, I mean, I could see it. I could see it more. So,
yeah, we all know the Giants ain't gonna make any noise.
How about we talk about the Steelers and how good they look and how you about to act like you known all along? How about let's talk about that?
No. I said if Russ starts, I giving up on the season. I wanted Justin Fields to be the quarterback.
You
I had
didn't
the same
believe
with
in him
Justin
that
quarterback.
much either.
I don't, not really, and I still don't kind of do. But Pittsburgh is definitely leading by their defense. Their defense started off shaky. I mean, they figured it out.
What else is new? The Steelers defense has never fallen off. They never been trash. I think since I've been watching football, I've never ever seen a trash Steelers defense.
That's true.
That's just what they've been their back on. Like that's what they what's the word when nothing's going well, their defense is going to be good. So
defense is all going to be good. Mm-hmm.
But it's always been the offense, especially the quarterback situation. But let's just say this. Let's give Justin. I mean, look, I'm not saying the Chicago Bears should feel bad because personally, I mean, letting him go is understandable. But he's looking good. And honestly, you need to give Mike Tomlin. You want to say he wants to be fired. You want him fired. But at the end of the day, Mike Tomlin got a lot to do with that. I think he found a coach that believes in him. And sometimes it just takes a coach that believes in you and trusts you. And doesn't look at you crazy when you make a dumb decision. Okay, calm down, young man. We got you. Like it looks like he's more poised. It doesn't look like
is it that, or are they playing smart play caller with him, running the ball?
You got to do that.
Not putting him in too many pressure situations. I mean, he's doing decent now.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he looks elite, but he looks better than what you thought.
He does look better than what I thought. Now I'm ready to see them play Baltimore. Let's see if they ready. They can take.
I mean, because Baltimore's a better team, so that wouldn't be shocking if Baltimore smashes them.
I mean, I told you I want them to lose so they could draft Cam Ward, the Miami quarterback. Which I wish we can talk about my Canes, but we don't want to talk about my Hurricanes.
Let's talk about how Derrick Henry looks amazing in that.
Yes, he does. Absolutely does. He absolutely does. But I'll say Steelers for right now contenders because they defensive contenders. Got to cross our fingers TJ Watt don't get injured because we know them Watt brothers. I don't know. I guess
you better knock on wood.
When the Watt brothers was made, everything was made right, but they bones and their muscles to break down. And I just hope he stay healthy. But I'll give him contenders. So what you give him?
I didn't say mine, but
I said what you give him.
I'm gonna say contenders because I believe in Mike Tomlin. So boom. Okay. What's the name do from Why Did I Get Married? Boom. Like that's what I boom.
Lord have mercy. All right. So that next no, I think that's everyone.
It's Texans. We didn't do Texans.
Oh yeah, Texans.
I think
so. Last one is the Houston Texans, who are 3-1. Have not looked dominating.
They haven't looked dominating.
A little shaky, but they are 3-1. What you think, contenders or pretenders?
I'm gonna say contenders, but and it's not just because I love me some CJ Stroud because that's my little brother. I really root for him. He's a nice young man, but now on the real, he does his thing. And I believe that he continues to get better. I think they have a great They have great weapons around him. Their defense is pretty. I'm not saying their defense is elite, but they're good enough to get do the job. And I mean, and Diggs, I think Diggs and him are starting to find a better connection, and they look
No,
good.
I don't think it's Diggs. It's the other wide receiver,
No, the
Collins.
other wide receiver, no, he's doing
Yeah,
better, but because they're
yeah.
paying more attention to Diggs. But I'm saying I saw, I think the last game, Diggs didn't look that frustrated because he caught a few balls and it didn't look stressful. Is what I'm trying to say. But let me just say, Josh Allen, stop talking all that trash. I know you looking good, but chill, bro. Like he over here.
I mean, he looked good, but then they played 3 weak teams, and then they ran to Baltimore, and Baltimore smacked them. So,
I mean, that's a fact. That's why I said I didn't.
But
say
he didn't play. But let me say this:
it. I didn't say it. But
he didn't play. He didn't play bad
chill.
against Baltimore, but they did get
he didn't
smacked.
play
But yeah, he
bad.
knew he should. He didn't need to. Houston. The only reason why they're gonna be contenders because that division's so weak.
That's
Jacksonville.
Remember when we talked about the division?
Yeah,
and you got on me. I said their division is the most wide open as far as like.
I won't even say wide open. It's 3 trash teams and 1 good one. Let's just keep it real. Jacksonville, look, man, look. It's time to have discussion. Trevor Lawrence ain't as good as we thought he was. It's time to turn the discussion. Trevor Lawrence ain't as good as we thought he was. Doug Peterson out of here. He sounded clueless knowing he ain't finna get fired. Indianapolis, Joe Flacco done got in the game. Hey, Anthony Richardson, I don't know if you know, but when the black quarterback don't do good and the white quarterback come in as the backup start doing good, they start not liking you no more. You might want to step it up, and you keep getting injured. That's going to be a question mark.
He does get injured a lot. He does.
And Lord, I told y'all Will Levis was so trash for the Tennessee Titans.
Why you playing the first couple games though?
The first couple games, what? Which one you want to talk about? The dumb interception he threw when he had his hands like this? Or I mean, which one you want to talk about when the coach cussed him out of the game? Do not talk about this man. This man is absolute trash. I don't know if I said on the show. I know I told a friend this or whatever. I mean, he was a 6'5" quarterback with a rocket arm, and he was white, and he went in the second round. We need to ask a lot of questions about that. Because usually those are the first picks. Drake May,
you said
Trubisky. Drake May's at New England. Trubisky freaking tricked the Chicago Bears because he was 6'5" and could throw the ball. Carson Wentz was 6'5". You mean to tell me Will Levis couldn't convince nobody to draft him early?
It was probably his attitude. He probably had a bad attitude. I don't know if he does.
Baker Mayfield has a bad attitude and was
Baker. I don't like Baker, but he's just competitive. That's not a bad attitude.
Will Levis is trash. So that's the whole reason why Houston is going to be contenders, because their division is trash. The only team that might give them issues is the Colts, but Richardson can't stay healthy, and they're going to be leaning on old man Joe Flacco to try to lead them.
Let me just say that, Fluco looked great last year.
No. Fluco like Kirk Cousins. Fluco can give you a whole regular kick. You know how he could go on a hot run. He did win a Super Bowl. He got on a hot run. Oh, we know Flacco could go on a hot run, and then he get these playoffs. I mean, ask Cleveland. He went on a hot run, got in the playoffs. What happened? He turned back into Joe Flacco. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He turned back into Joe Flacco.
It do matter who they
It does not matter. He turned right back into Joe Flacco. Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to hear that.
You act like if there's a decent team and a way better team, you're going to choose the way better team to win. Like the world.
No. But I'll say they contenders for now. So next we're going to talk about one of the rookie quarterbacks. Is Caleb Williams a bust? He has not been playing too well. I know it's too early to call someone a bust, but it doesn't seem like he's getting better, which seems to be kind of worrisome a little bit. There are some glimmers, but there's not a significant jump, and he still look like he's seeing ghosts a little bit. But that could be because of a weak offensive line. But what you think? Do we need to be concerned for Caleb Williams right now?
No. For me personally, no. I mean, it's literally just 4 games. I can't do it yet. Maybe by the 10th game. But honestly, I don't like to do the first year calling someone a bust. Because the next year, I mean, rookies go through a lot. So, and that's in every sport, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. So I don't know. Well, I do know he does have a lot of people around him that are good. but that doesn't always mean it's going to be a great season. He has to get what's the word, when you got good chemistry. Yeah. He has to get good chemistry with everyone. It's not going to take a training camp just to do that. You got to have gameplay. He may hit fire within the 8th game. We don't know, so just give it some time. So no, I'm gonna say no. And even if he has a trash season, I still wouldn't call him a bust. I like to call people a bust maybe by the 3rd or 4th season. So
let's see. Yeah. In 4 games, 157, 1 touchdown, 106 quarterback rating. That was last game. That was actually the game they won. Indianapolis, 363, two touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Houston, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Tennessee, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
And this could be on the offensive coordinator too. They're probably not even all in the right place.
It's more on, look, the same thing we said the problem when Justin Fields was back there is the same problem now. It's a porous offensive line.
So like I can't even I definitely can't call someone a bust with that.
That's what I'm saying. It's a porous offensive line. We got to see once you get an offensive line. I think what it is we looked at all the weapons that they gathered. It's the same thing I told people about Colorado.
You can't throw to them if there's a bad offensive line.
It's the same thing I said about Shedeur. You can have all the weapons in the world, but if your trenches is not good, it doesn't matter. You can have Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning. If you don't have an offensive line, it doesn't matter. So you can have all these weapons, but it doesn't matter. I think the pressure may have got to him a little bit. I'm going to give him time to settle down. I think the reason why people are putting a lot of pressure on it is because Jayden Daniels is doing so well. But we also got to think Jayden Daniels also played 5 years. He played big-time college football. You know what I'm saying? So, and Lincoln Riley kind of played 3.
Oh, I mean,
3 if I remember. And then Lincoln Riley quarterbacks, if you think about it, they all Baker didn't start off on fire. We saw how Baker kind of struggled. Kyler Murray seen how he's kind of struggled. Now Caleb is struggling. Maybe we need to look at Lincoln Riley doesn't get his quarterbacks quite ready for the NFL once they go from college to the NFL. I know everybody loves his flashy offense, but you got to look. These are 3 quarterbacks that it took him a while. Well, it took Baker a couple of spots. Now Baker, there could be certain circumstances.
Didn't he? He coached Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah, at Texas Tech. Yeah, and he couldn't win with him. He still was 7-6 with Patrick Mahomes.
Well, so Patrick Mahomes probably wasn't Patrick Mahomes.
And actually, it wasn't Patrick Mahomes. Cliffy had Patrick Mahomes. Cliff Kingsbury. That's who had Patrick Mahomes.
It wasn't Lincoln Riley?
Yeah. Okay. No, it wasn't Lincoln Riley. It was Cliff.
Well, what was that picture?
No, it was Cliff. Cliff was coaching at Texas Tech at the time. But I will give it a season. Like you said, give him a couple years. Peyton Manning still got the interception record, and no one remembers that. So Lamar, he struggled starting off. Now look at Lamar at Josh Allen. There's some certain aspects.
Yeah,
I hope they looking at offensive line. They better be digging in the offensive line. You got all these weapons. You better start digging the offensive line. But it's too early to say he's a bust.
Yep.
But he need to tone it down, though. He need to tone it down. He can't be doing all this flash and all this and being the Noah Lyles of the NFL and sucking and being terrible and being boo-boo. No.
He don't talk trash like Noah. I'm not going to do that to him. He don't talk trash like that.
We'll see. All right, speaking of other light-skinned quarterbacks, what's going on with Patrick Mahomes?
There's a lot of injuries. There's also, he didn't start that well off last year either.
He didn't.
And he had an injury bug too.
Took out his wide receiver. Listen, hey man,
Patrick, that was tough.
Patrick, I don't know what you were doing, bro. But anyway,
he was doing a little bit too much. And then now one of his very good weapons are out. I would say that's who need to try and get Davante Adams. If I'm being honest, I know people don't want to see it, but that would be great for them. Someone and they have enough money. They act like they don't have no money, but they do. Everyone's taking I
don't think the money is the issue. When you're Kansas City, you got to think it like this. When you're Kansas City and you paying Patrick Mahomes and you paying Chris Jones and you paying all these big time players, you win off the draft. So you got to be willing to give away draft capital for Davante Adams, and that's a risk. it's mortgaging your future for the now. So I can see the hesitation.
The hesitation is sort of understandable, but they talking about possibly trying to be contenders still, and that's someone that I would say would make you a way bigger contender, considering two of your for Kelsey, I guess he too wrapped up around what's her name,
Kelsey Cook,
and then you can't call someone like that Cook over 4 games.
Why not?
You just doing that because you've been waiting for this moment because you be hating on Kelsey. But listen,
I don't hate on Kelsey. I just think y'all do too, because y'all outrageous calling him the greatest tight end of all, and he's nowhere near better than Gronk.
His numbers wise.
Oh, numbers. What does the eye test tell?
You be quiet about the eye test. You be quiet about the eye test.
It's the eye test, right?
Bring up eye test. Don't do what I do. You don't like to bring up eye test. That's what you tell me. Oh, here we go. The eye test. Don't bring up no eye test. Now you want to bring up the eye test. Now the eye test matters. You see what y'all people? That's what you see what I have to go through. But to the Who's, Davante Adams would be helpful for him, in my personal opinion. They probably won't get him, but I'm just saying. I heard the Cowboys are very interested. Let's see what Jerry Jones do with that information with trying to get Davante Adams out, because that will help them as well. I don't know if CD gonna be too happy because.
And here's the thing, that doesn't fix the Cowboys. You know what the Cowboys need? John Randall. They need someone that can stop the run. That's what they need. What you getting weapons for? People gonna still run it down y'all throat, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's very factual.
I know the rumor saying is he wants to go to the Jets, Davante Adams. That is.
He said Jets or Saints. He want to go back to one of his old quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Boy, he said Saints too.
Boy,
what?
He loves Derek Carr.
Yeah,
I hope my wife loves me as much as Davante Adams loves Derek Carr. Like, for real. Like, he loves Derek Carr. You need friends like him. That's all I can say.
He's a nice man. That's why. But
I'll say this. Patrick Mahomes
will get it together to answer your question. I think he will get it together. He started bad last year. Now, the difference is this. Getting rid of Snead was a big
yes,
deal.
It was.
And I
said that.
Move. I said that. I said they should get rid of Snead. And I also, I know he wanted I don't know how much money he wanted, but I believe they acted like they couldn't give him the money. So now you over here struggling defensively, because to me their defense is the worst that I've seen. So, that I've seen in a while. Because I'm just saying, last year they had Snead and he was like their saving grace with the poking of with play.
Their defensive backfield has weakened. Snead was a big loss. Snead was a big loss.
And now
really all they got is just Chris Jones, who seems to be unblockable.
Right. Facts, because he's been helping that defense out a lot, but they're not good defensively, if you ask me. So he definitely, that's why I said that getting someone like Davante can help, so that they could try and at least outscore everyone. Because honey, they're not stopping no one that good. So that's why
it's the thing. It's the thing with Kansas City is injury buzz. They hit him. Hollywood injured, hasn't even played.
Every year
Rashid
injured. Every year there's always something with them. To me,
Rashid Rice just got injured. They brought back TikTok sensation Juju, who is trash.
You're just magazine do nothing for y'all. You're just magazine and do nothing for y'all.
Look, first of all, I told y'all Juju was trash. I told you Antonio Brown was the only reason why Juju had that one good season.
And Antonio did say that too.
And we all been saying that. So, and you got to look, Clyde.
How about that Super Bowl year though? How about that?
He didn't do nothing.
He caught a few passes in that Philly game. That was big.
He's a wide receiver. Of course, he catches a few passes.
But they were big. They were big moments.
Get that out of here. Anyway, and then with Clyde Edwards, I don't know if people know about that, but apparently he's going through PTSD and depression from. He had at LSU. He was getting robbed, and he had to kill a man. He killed the man. And from my understanding, it has been really rough on his mental state, and that's why he's been MIA. So,
wow. I didn't know that.
and Kelsey's cooked. He's ready to just go on retire with Taylor Swift.
This is crazy. This man had a bad 4 games.
Let's say it like this,
First off, let me just say he need to bring that fade back because this little.
That's what we should have known he was cooked. When he decided to be Officer Travis Kelce, we should have known he was cooked. When he decided to be Officer Travis Kelce, you know. But we said this like you said it. We said this last year. I'll say it like this: if Patrick Mahomes win the Super Bowl with these weapons, hey man, the GOAT argument is done. The GOAT argument is done. The GOAT argument is done. Like that. Hey, I don't want to hear about Tom Brady. I don't want to.
Would this first 3-peat as well?
3-peat since Steelers, I believe in the 70s.
Who else repeated? It must have been.
I want to
back in the day.
Either the Steelers in the 70s. I have to look at all the 49ers in the 80s. I have to research that, but I think it's the Steelers. I
don't think 49ers repeated.
I don't think they did either. And I'm talking about the 80 with Joe and them.
Yeah, I don't think they ever repeated.
So then it would be the Steelers then. I believe.
But you for sure the Steelers. Well, you're a Steelers fan, so you would know. You for sure they repeated.
I mean, that was before I was born, so.
I mean, I understand, but you be looking up stuff, so that's why I said that. But no, but yeah, him winning with this stuff, torn ACL.
Oh no! Hey, no NFL team is done. There we go. No NFL team is ever done.
Go debate done.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing about how Tom Brady beat the Falcons. I don't want to hear about none of that. I'm be like, well, Patrick Mahomes won with 4 people injured and a bad not a good defense.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But that's it would be really tough. As of right now, they're not looking good. So I would be shocked if they even make a divisional game. The way they're playing right now and the way Patrick Mahomes is playing, they won't make a divisional. But I expect, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I expect Patty to get it together. I expect some sort of a trade. Because I'm just saying, like they're running, they're about what they on there. I heard they about to be in the 3rd string of wide receivers.
No, they down to Xavier Worthy, who we still trying to see if he's actually a wide receiver. He's just a speed guy. Juju, after that, it gets kind of questionable.
That's what I mean. Like,
it gets to some no names after that.
That's what I mean. I'm like,
they got a running back. They got Samaje Perine. I didn't even know he was
because I forgot about Pacheco's been out. Yeah, he won't be back for another month.
So it is amazing.
Yep. So we will see. But now we're going to basketball.
That I was say we're gonna quickly pivot to basketball. I don't know. I'm finna start this off because I want Jess to tell us, New York Knicks fan, you got Karl Anthony Towns, your favorite player.
We replaced Softy for Softy.
Who you've been saying? I've been hating on Karl Anthony Towns. You got Karl Anthony Towns. How you feel about the trade?
Well, first off, you be hating. All I say is that he's soft. I still think he's soft. I feel like we traded soft for soft. If you ask me, it's just one got a bigger body for the league because Julius was more. I'm talking about like he's more whatever, and he don't really. But they both shoot threes. Of course, Cat shoot more.
Cat's a better 3-point shooter than Julius.
He's a better 3-point shooter. I'm saying he shoot more, which get on my nerves. And I wish I would like for him to have a decent post game, or like a Dirk, or he could just get like the Dirk little fadeaway since he's such a great shooter. He could get a little Dirk fadeaway or something. Like I just want him to show me a tad bit of a midi. But I mean, I think the trade. A lot of people feel like, and I do think Minnesota looks really good with the trade, to be honest, with DiVincenzo. I love light skinned Dante. So that hurt my feelings. Julius, good job, Ant. Do your thing with him. When he does one of these to Ant, and I would love to see the bench. I can't wait to see what happens on the bench when Julius does one of those. The little ISOs.
This trade was trash.
Really? A lot of people say Minnesota won the trade, which I actually think well, light-skinned Dante, he's going to hit shots. That's a fact. And then also
Dante wanted to leave the Knicks for not starting.
That is fact.
Where
He
are
did.
you going to start on Minnesota?
Well, that is very truthful, which is why he probably looked the way he looked at the presser. But that I saw, he was probably like, that's why
so he gonna be mad. So he ain't gonna be worth nothing.
Because I don't think he's gonna start over McDaniels.
No,
I don't think he's gonna start over.
Their starting five would be Conley
one?
Conley and McDaniels. Then it's either gonna be Julius Randle or Nas, and then Gobert. Who you starting over? You're not a point guard, so you're not starting over Mike Conley. You're darn sure not starting over Anthony Edwards, and you're nowhere near the defender that McDaniels is. So no, you're not starting. You're on the bench. Then on top of that, you're not even the sixth man. Nas Reed is the sixth man. So you finna be the seventh man. Man, look. And then that's when you get to Nicholas Alexander Walker, who's a better defender than you. So Dante finna be mad. Dante's not gonna be staying on Minnesota. Okay. Julius Randle, I told you for years, Julius Randle is trash. I told you this. Julius Randle is trash. At best, he's a third to fourth option.
What do you mean? I've been ready for him to bounce for the past 3 years.
He's still your boy.
I have to root for the man, but when he cried, when he cried because people were booing him because New Yorkers are tough. When he was getting booed at the Garden for only having 2 points after signing that big old deal, we was booing him because he was sucking. He was too soft for me, but. Minnesota, then I don't know. The fans may not boo him, but Ant gonna let him know real quick, dude. You suck.
And to be honest, Nas Reed should start over him. Honestly, Nas Reed is better. Nas Reed is better than Julius Randle.
Well, he don't got no all-star. I'm not a Julius Randle fan.
I don't want to hear that.
But
Nas Reed is better than Julius.
He never averaged over no 20-something.
Nas Reed have never been given an opportunity, but give me Nas Reed over Julius Randle.
And I'm not even a Julius fan.
Facts. Julius been trash since the Lakers.
This guy that's talking about him hasn't liked Julius.
He sounds like a very good guy. He sounds very smart and very true. He sounds like he tells the truth. He deserves the world. Whoever married that man needs to give that man the world because he be telling the truth and he's very smart.
You're right. You are very right. Let's see who he's married to. But anywho, listen. As far as let's go to the Knicks side. The Knicks side, honestly, Cat don't like to play the 5, and that's the part that's really going to annoy my spirit. So he wants to play the 4, but he's not going to play the 4 unless now Mitchell Robinson was available. He won't be available till December,
and he's up for trade, from my understanding. And he's up.
From what I'm understanding, maybe y'all might. I think the Hawks might get him, and we might get Capella back. That's a rumor. I don't know, but
that's a stupid trade.
Why you don't want him?
That's a stupid trade.
What you mean?
Why would you take Mitchell Robinson for Clint Capella? You trading the same person.
Exactly, but he wants to leave, so we just get the same person.
That's a stupid trade.
Personally, I would rather have Mitchell Robinson because I think he's a better defender on the ball, in my personal opinion. But hey, we might do something like that. Now, if we do something like that, then Cat can play the 4, and Mitchell Robinson or Capella could play the 5.
Does this make them contenders with Boston?
I think it does, and I'm not just saying that as a Knicks fan. I didn't say that last year because I really felt like we didn't have. Well, besides the injuries, I didn't think we had another scorer to help. Like I'm talking about a consistent. I know in the playoffs, Cat is how he is, but at least in my head now, on paper, Cat will at least almost a 20-point scorer per night. Whereas without Cat and Julius out, it was like who's gonna help Jalen Brunson today? Like it was like one of those things. Now it's kind of okay. Cat's gonna be the second scorer. I would think so because I think he should know is Jalen Brunson's team, and we love him. So he's number 1, and then Cat number 2, and then now what I will say. Oh, I forgot about. Sorry, Bridges. I'm so sorry, but I still think Cat. I still think they're gonna make Cat the second because Bridges like the. I know he did his thing in Brooklyn, but he didn't really want to be.
He can play. He can play his role because he plays his role in Phoenix.
That's what I mean.
He played his role in Phoenix.
And that was, I don't think, and he showed like he could get 15, 18 a game, or like being the third or fourth person. So I think that's how it's gonna be. I like how we still got Deuce McBride. We look, I mean,
Mm.
we look our bench looking all right. I mean, we looking all right. And Josh Hart is, Josh Hart going to Josh Hart. So and I forgot who else we have right now off the top of my head, but we looking good. I think we compete with Boston. I also think we also compete with Philly. What, you don't think we compete with? You're just saying that because you don't like Cat.
No, here's the thing. Okay, let me give you the good. If you want to say who won the trade, the Knicks win the trade. With Cat on the court, it spreads the court more for Brunson because Cat is a shooter. You're gonna have to now take that as a threat. So now you finna spread. You finna have Bridges that can shoot. You finna have Cat that can shoot. You're gonna be surrounded with some talent. Where Cat is gonna be the issue at is gonna be the defensive side. Yes, I've seen people say that they think he could get covered, but when you run into
wasn't
Boston,
a great defender either.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to upgrade Julius Randle to me. Okay. That's all you did. That's what I said. You traded for trash. That's basically what it was. Trash traded for trash. And you just got to upgrade Julius Randle that can shoot threes better, and he's taller. But he's tall for no reason because he's not going to be a good shot blocker and he's not going to be a good rebounder. So he's 7 foot for no freaking reason. This doesn't make him better than Boston or compete with Boston. This doesn't make him better than compete with Milwaukee.
But you said it made him better last year when they didn't even have no one.
It makes him slightly better.
I'm about to say, and you was like, y'all would have competed with Boston last year.
They won that team. That team, yes, would have competed with Boston. But getting Cat, now with Boston with the championship pedigree and all that, they're better than New York, and adding Cat ain't gonna change nothing.
Now, Philly, what you think about Philly? Because Philly, you don't like Philly, but Philly looked.
Philly got 2 chokers as they start. Paul George and Joel Embiid, and we don't know about Tyrese Maxey.
So. Joel Embiid is not a choker; he's a gamer. He just get on our
nerves. Man ain't got past the second round of the playoffs yet.
That is very true, but he's always been injured. That's his injuries. Those are his injuries. I'm not even a Joel Embiid fan like that, but he is great.
I'm tired of that shit. He cried for that daggone MVP trophy just to not do anything with it. He's not better than Joker. Y'all, whatever.
Okay, anyway. I agree with that. I still would take Joker over him, but I'm just saying.
I'll put New York with this. I'll say they're
top 4. We're top 4.
They third behind Boston and Milwaukee. I don't think this makes them better than Milwaukee.
You don't think so? You don't think Philly is well, on paper they better. On paper they're better than New York. On paper, I don't know if it's going to translate, but on paper they are.
Ain't nobody finna.
I can't wait till we talk about the NBA, all the teams. We got to do all the teams for the NBA.
Hey, it's coming up. Preseason is this Saturday, October 5th. Hey, NBA, we got to get NBA finna get gearing up. So.
But yes, let me just do one more thing, guys, before we end.
Start your game.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I haven't done it in a while. But so this is the Would You Rather game where I asked William, would you rather a certain player over the other? Pretty simple. So the first one we're going to do Kristaps Porzingis. This is the player. Mm-hmm. Would you rather Kristaps Porzingis or Bam Adebayo?
Bam Adebayo. That is a goofy question.
That's not a goofy question. I saw it online.
A goofy question.
Well, I saw it online. People were choosing Kristaps.
They are goofy too. Offensively, what?
He is
what?
Okay, he can shoot better. That's a fact. He's also better off the dribble. That's a fact.
That's lies. That's absolutely flabbergasted lies.
Kristaps knows how to create his own shot. That is a fact.
Bam is basically a point center.
Look, I know you love. Look, I love Asia Wilson too. I love her too. And she probably been teaching him some stuff. But Bamonte, you are amazing. But he is not a better overall offensive player than Kristaps.
You are out of your mind.
You are out of your mind.
Far a better player than Kristaps Porzingis. By far. By far is insane. By far is not. By far.
By far is crazy. And I hope someone sees this.
This is insulting to Bam Adebayo.
That is not insulting. Kristaps
is insulting.
Kristaps can do it. And honestly, defensively, I'll give you Bam, but that's not by a lot. We all know Kristaps can play some defense. He don't. Oh my gosh, really? I'm gonna say Bam, but don't act like Kristaps can't Can't play no defense.
Kristaps is a shot blocker. Bam can guard 1 through 5 as a center.
Yeah, kill me with this 1 through 5 stuff. Cause no, you act, bro. I saw Chris Paul go past him last year. So what?
So he can't have 1 point guard go past.
Oh my God!
And you pick the point guard, and you pick the point guard.
Well, you say he can go 1 through 5. He's a 1.
He can go 1 through 5.
And then Kyrie Irving,
Kristaps can only guard 5. Hold on. Kristaps Porzingis. Hold on. Who can guard Giannis? Kristaps or Bam? You can't put Kristaps on Giannis.
Both can guard him.
Yeah.
Bam will guard him better. Bam will guard him better because he's like he's a little bit bigger. He can take more hits. But Kristaps, okay, and then shot blocking, you said Kristaps, right? Because you really out here bugging. You out here bugging. I can't. We really just talked about this for 3 minutes, and I didn't even go to the next one. You really out here bugging. I'll take and I'm gonna keep it a bean. After all that, I will take Bam, but don't make it seem like Kristaps is trash. And that's what
RELAX.
Yes. You need to relax.
Thank you. I will close my eyes and choose. That is good. That is very respectful because they're both really good at what they do.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this.
Yeah, no one could guard Giannis alone. Exactly. You got to do that little wall, and that usually helps. So, no, I want you to say it. I want you to look at me and be honest. You mean to tell me, I said I would choose Bam, but you mean to tell me he's way better by far?
By far. You're
going by all these accolades and first team defense.
By far. No, I'm going by the eye test. You see these eyes? I'm going by the eye test. I'm going by the eye test.
Guess what? I hope you continue to do that because every time I mention an eye test, you tell me I'm diabolical and I'm not saying nothing truthful. So I hope you remember that. Next up,
I can't believe
Kristaps or Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri Markkanen.
See. Lauri Markkanen is a great catch and shoot.
Lauri Markkanen is the number 1 option on Utah. When the last time Kristaps Porzingis been the number 1 option?
On a Dookie team, of course he's going to average 25.
Kristaps Porzingis has never been a number 1 option.
With the Knicks, yes, he. Oh my gosh,
that team.
So with the Knicks, he wasn't.
We ain't finna count that.
He was an all-star with the Knicks, and they made the playoffs.
And what has he done since?
Okay, see that wasn't your question.
And what has he done since?
You said he's never been a number 1 option. I'm letting you know he was a number 1 option.
And guess what? And y'all Knicks fan was happy for him to leave because he was so trash. Y'all were happy he got traded to Dallas.
No, it was not. He was injured. He always got injured. Do not start.
Give me Lauri Markkanen. Give me Lauri Markkanen. Give me Lauri Markkanen.
That's fine. Kristaps or Cat. Here you go. Ooh, I can't wait to hear this. 2 people that you don't like. Who are you gonna choose? Wait.
Who is it?
You didn't hear it. Oh, sorry. No. Kristaps or Cat? Ooh, I can't wait to hear this. He want to hate so bad, but he gotta choose one. It's Kristaps low key. If you go with so defense don't count. Okay, cool. We're gonna choose Cat. Okay. You just
what? Other than shot blocking, you act like Porzingis is Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell.
I'm not saying that, but you love to bring up two-way. Well, yeah, you do love to bring up two-way.
He's not a two-way player.
So blocking shots don't have nothing to do with defense. All right, cool. Next up,
give me my
Jared Allen.
Give me my boy Chet over Porzingis. So that tell you how much.
Porzingis or Jared Allen. And this is so sad because
that's Porzingis.
I'm about to say, when I tell you in my spirit, I really felt like you was going to try me. And you was going to say Jared Allen.
It was Porzingis.
Okay, Porzingis or Evan Mobley. Not off of potential. Please don't do potential.
Give me
potential.
Evan
Potential. He's like a Chris Bosh type. I see him being
Evan Mobley is a better defender. Is a better defender and will be a better defender than Porzingis.
Porzingis or Rudy Gobert.
Jesus.
Please don't be disrespectful.
Oh gosh. Rudy Gobert, I guess.
What?
Rudy Gobert, I guess.
Why are you hating on Kristaps?
Rudy
You really about
Gobert.
to choose overrated Rudy Gobert, who could barely guard on a pick and roll. Kristaps is actually pretty good on the pick and roll defensively, and you mean to tell me you would
Kristaps is
choose
not
that?
ranked. Kristaps is the 5th option on his team. Of course, he looks good.
What do you mean? He was you even said on this show he was your pick for probably finals MVP in the first game before he got injured.
He been the 5th option for the whole entire regular season, so he was saved up and built up for the play in the playoffs to be like a number 2 option with no pressure. He don't have no pressure.
He was also the most important, and you know this. He wasn't the most important.
Was he?
During
when he got hurt, they still won.
During the whole season, he was the most important. Everyone said without Chris, even you said without Kristaps Porzingis, you felt like the Mavericks were going to win. That is very factual because he is the most important.
Rudy Gobert.
Get out of here. Porzingis or Sabonis?
Sabonis, by far.
That one is kind of like okay, but I don't know about by far because he can't guard like that either. True. He's not a great defender. And but I mean, I rock with Sabonis, so I'm gonna let that slide. So Jesus, I'm so glad we're done with your foolishness. But we do have, but I'm not gonna lie, there is one more. I have a football would you rather. This is would you rather Derrick Henry. Okay, should be fun. Would you rather Derrick Henry or Le'Veon Bell? This is in their primes.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Give me Le'Veon.
I'm shocked. Well, not really.
Because of the pass catcher. Because of the pass catcher, he was basically a number 2 wide receiver and a number 1 running back. Like he was a double threat.
He was nice. What happened? And he always ran so slow. Like he was always looking around.
It wasn't slow. He was a patient runner. He was definitely a patient runner.
I'm like, tackle that man. He over here looking, standing around. But okay. Derrick Henry or Ezekiel Elliott. This is prime Ezekiel Elliott.
Derrick Henry. That's tough though. Zeke Farm, he was good.
I'm about to say when Zeke was good, he was good. But Derrick Henry or LaShawn McCoy?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry or Todd Gurley?
Prime Todd Gurley. People forget how cold prime Todd Gurley was.
My husband would love to hear you say that. And I'm pretty sure he's about to say something now. The Derrick Henry or Frank Gore?
I mean, Derrick Henry. I can be real about that.
But as we know, longevity, Frank Gore Frank Gore, don't do his longevity like that. I told you he was going to say Todd.
Oh, Frank Gore from the U, so I love it.
But you said Derrick Henry?
Yep.
Derrick Henry, McCaffrey.
Derrick Henry.
But you talking about passing, catching. What's his name better with the catching and running than Derrick Henry?
McCaffrey's bones is made out of wet tissue.
Okay, we're not going through. We're going by. We're going by. You know what? And last one, Derrick Henry, Adrian Peterson.
Oh, Adrian Peterson all day.
I'm about to AP.
AP all day. Oh, we all day. You wild.
But it's not no wildin'. I choose
you wild with these questions. You wild with these. That is the end of just would you rather like with these really wild questions with Porzingis. Whatever. I didn't get a chance to get a motivational anxiety quote today, but all I just say is stay positive. Everything will be all right. Jess, give us our spirit scripture before we go.
You said everything would be all right. That was kind of funny.
I had no time to get a quote. Everything will be all right.
So, yes, our scripture one more time is Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So stay pure and great things will come towards you. So, but yep, we are.
This is the end of the At the Buzzer. Next Tuesday, are we confirming our guests or are we still waiting?
Yes, Mr. Juan Porter will be with us Tuesday.
All right, Mr. Juan Porter, Tuesday, the former Ohio State alumni.
Yep.
And we will be speaking to him next Tuesday. Miami Hurricanes, the best college football team in the universe. You got anything, Jess?
Shout out to Arch Manning. Heisman winner.
See y'all next Tuesday.
Hook 'em.
Get off. Bye.
Jamal Manu,
Oh,
is
Crawford,
he
Manu
Hall-
Ginobili,
I
or
think he
Lou
is.
Williams.
Manu's Hall of
Manu's
Famer.
in. Tony,
One gotta go out. Jamal Crawford.
Tony shouldn't make it.
Tony,
That's
he
tough.
will
Damn.
be. I bet you he will be.
That's tough.
Lou gotta
And
go.
his teams
I
were just better. And
kind
he
of
had and they both
low-key
had
agree
GOAT
with that
coaches.
one,
I
but that
consider
is
Greg
tough for
Popovich a
me,
better
and I
coach.
couldn't
But
choose.
that's tough because
That's why I
Jamal
asked you the
and
question.
Lou on the same
You know
plate.
what you
Jamal
heard
and
me
Lou
say
are
that on the
basically
show,
the
so
same
don't
player.
act like he's
Really.
not.
Jamal might got better handles. Lou
So
is a better
Tim
shooter.
Duncan.
I mean, it is what it is.
Tim Duncan.
What
Jamal
number is
Crawford,
Timothy?
Manu
What
Ginobili, or Lou
Timothy?
Williams.
Let me see where you